All right, today we're going to make a pattern zebra, so kind of a silly zebra. So these are the pieces you're going to need. They were stacked together. So you had half sheet white, then you had 2/4 and two of these smaller ones. So we're going to go through and we're going to make a zebra. So the first thing we're going to do is grab your scissors and your larger sheet. So we're going to change this rectangle and we're going to curve it just a little bit to make the body of our zebra. So I'm going to hold it this way, and I'm just going to kind of clip off those corners. I'm just going to round them. So I'm going to do that for all 4 corners. Just going to round them just like that. So now that I have those 4 rounded, that's going to be the body of my zebra. The body of my zebra. Now I'm going to get one of my larger rectangles that are left. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just clipping those corners to make them round. All right, so now I have the head of my zebra. All right, now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to make 2 triangles out of this one. So I can either cut it in half and make 2, or I can fold it in half, crease it, and then hold it on the fold. You see my fold is right there? Hold it on the fold. And I'm going to make triangles. So I'm going to just take the bottom and do the same thing, and I'm going to come up to the top. I'm just going to rotate it, and then there's my top. I'm going to do the same thing coming down and round that corner. Now I cut the fold off. Now I have 2 ears. So there's 2 ears for my zebra. All right, now I have these 2 left. I have a smaller one and I have a bigger one. So I'm going to do the smaller one first. Smaller one first. You see, there's about a little less than halfway, and I'm just going to cut a skinny part like that. So now I have a bigger side and a smaller side. I'm going to take the bigger side and I'm going to do the same thing I did for my body and my face, and I'm going to curve the corners. All right, and now I have the neck of my zebra. So I've got my head, my ears, my neck, my body. Now this skinny piece that was left right here, we're going to make that into our tail. So I'm just going to wiggle my scissors down and then flip it. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And there's my tail. All right, so I'm left with this piece right here. So this is what we're going to make our legs out of. So all I'm going to do for my legs is I'm just going to cut 3 times to make 4 legs. So there's 1 leg, there's 2 legs, there's 3 legs, and the 4th one is in my hand. So that would be the pieces to my zebra. Now, we know that zebras have stripes, so we're going to give our zebra some silly stripes. So you can use paint, crayons, markers, whatever you have on hand to make the silly stripes of your zebra. So go ahead and do that now, and we're going to check back in. All right, so I have colored all my pieces, and you can see that I have made a rainbow zebra. So now we're going to put our pieces together so we can finish up. So we're going to need some glue, and I'm going to start with my legs and body. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. Let me get my 4 legs. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the top of each of my legs. 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to put them on, I'm going to put my body on top. So I'm going to put his legs like this. All right, so I've got my 4 legs on. Now I'm going to grab my tail and put my tail on. So there's my tail. Then I can put my head on. Oh, do my neck first. Let's see.
I can't hear her turn it up.
So let me see. I'm gonna slide it back like that. So I'm gonna put glue on the bottom of the neck right here. I'm gonna put my body on top. And same thing up here. I'm gonna put glue on my neck. And then I'll put my head on top. Just like that. He doesn't need as long as a neck as a giraffe, but he still needs a little neck. He still has one. All right, so I'm going to put my ears on. So let's see, where do I want my ears? I think I'm going to put them right there. So I'm going to put a little glue at the top of my head. There's his ears. Now I need his eye. So I'm just going to draw his eye on there. So I just colored some of the scraps that I had, the colors that are in my pattern, and I'm going to use those to put the little hair that he has on his head. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here and then the same down his neck. And I'm just going to add those little areas where the mane is. So I'm going to put his red, his orange, and his yellow up there. And then I'll just do the rest of them down here where his mane would be. All right, and there you have it, your silly little pattern giraffe.